Okay, this video is created to help you understanding the calculation process of the repeated sample t-test. Okay, so we can start from the difference from the time number 1 and time number 2. Okay. Alright, and then you can drag it off. Alright, so in this case, maybe we can think another direction. So it was t1 minus t2. So it means that t2 is bigger than t1 because the numbers are the negative numbers. So when you do t1 minus t2, the results are negative. So it means that t2 is bigger than t1 in general. So in this case, you can see that after getting the MBA degree, the income gets higher in time number 2. And we are just testing whether that differences are equal to 0 in average or they are different from 0. Okay, so mean of the difference is calculated by this number, and then the number of cases is count the number of cases, and you may know degrees of freedom is n-1. So we can find the t critical in this table. We know that we are using the 0.0.5 as column, and then 39 is here. So 2.023 is the t critical, and you might see this is the graph. Maybe I can try to put it here. Okay, so this is our t critical. Standard deviation of the d is STDEV. So we are not using the population data, so we can just use those numbers. So STDEV just itself and STDEVS will generate the same number, so you don't need to worry about the differences. And then square the root of the n. So we are finding this part. Okay, just QRT of the n, not degrees of freedom. And standard error of the repeated sample. I mean the difference between the T1 and T2. So SEM is calculated as standard deviation of the differences divided by square root n. So that is this number divided by this number. Okay, this statistic is mean of the differences divided by SEM. So negative 4.35 something, and we know that negative 4 is inside of this shaded area, so reject the null will be our criteria. And as T1 minus T2 is negative number, it means that T2 is, the income in time point 2 is higher than T1. So we would have to say that there is positive effect on income when you have the getting MBA. So that will be our conclusion.